Hi friends, I welcome you all at Craig Grade B in the video lecture series of economic and social issues. We are going to cover child labor and child marriage in this video, and this is the issues which are important for your RBI Grade B exam, and it is important for your descriptive type of. So in this video we will discuss some important questions in question and answer type of format to cover the topic child labor and child marriage. So first question is define child labor, define constitutional provision related to child labor in India. What is the definition given by the International Labour Organization? The term child labor is often defined as work that deprives children from their childhood, their potential and their dignity, and that is harmful to physical and mental development. What about this bonded labor? It is the exploitation in which the child is forced to work as a payment of debt taken by his or her parent. What about the urban child labor, where the street children who spend almost all of their life on the street work as a laborer? For example, tea hawkers. In the restaurant, we will see the children are cleaning the utensils in certain restaurant in big cities. So it is we can say that it is a type of urban child labor in big cities in urban area. Now in India, the child labor has been a long and common practice where children had their parents at their farms and in other activities. Agriculture child labor, we can say that is. Now we will discuss some important articles related to child labor in India. Article 14, no child below the age of 14 years shall be employed to work in any factory, mine or engage in any other dangerous employment. What Article 39E says? The state shall direct its policy towards securing that health and strength of worker, men and women, and the tender age of children are not abused, and that they are not forced by economic necessity to entire vocation and unsuitable to their area of strength. Article 39F says that children shall be given opportunities and facilities to develop in a healthy manner in condition of freedom and dignity, and that childhood and youth shall be protected against moral and abandonment. The most important article related to child labor in India is Article 45. It says that the state shall endeavor to provide within a period of 10 years from the commencement of the Constitution for free and compulsory education for all children until they complete the age of 14 years. The main legislative measures at the national level are the Child Labor Prohibition Regulation Act 1986, which comes after the Guru Prasad Committee, the Factories Act 1948. So these are some articles which is used to control the child labor in India, and these are some constitutional provisions which can be used to control the child labor in India. Now our second question, and it is a very important question: what are the reasons for high prosperity of child labor in India? Why in India child labor is more prevalent and more prosperous in India? Why? You have to give some points to identify the reason behind the high prosperity of child labor in India. There are many reasons for child labor, but it is essential a socio-economic problem inextricably linked to the poverty and illiteracy. So the two main reasons are poverty and illiteracy. Poverty is the biggest reason for child labor in India. The small income for child laborers is also absorbed by their families. For example, if a family is earning 5,000 per month, in one case their children who is under the age of 18 years is also earning and giving some 2,000 rupees to their family. If the person will not work as a child laborer, then the amount which will spend to the family will be only 3000 rupees. So it is a loss of the 2000. Rest, if a person is earning 5000 rupees and his children is under the age of 18 years, then this family is not able to spend the amount on the education of this child who is under the age of 18 years. So because this 5000 amount is very less and it is only used by the family for their livelihood only. So this is also the reason. Absence of compulsory education prior to RT Act. RT Act came in 2009, which made the compulsory education of the children between the age of 6 to 14, and it is also a fundamental right. So absence of compulsory education is also contributing towards the high propensity of child labor in India, especially at the primary level. Parental ignorance regarding the bad effect of the child labor, the lack of implementation of child labor laws and penalties. We can say that the child labor laws which was introduced in 1986 are not so stringent that it can prevent the child from labor in India. Non-availability and non-accessibility of the schools. We all know that the standard of the government school in rural areas. Government has introduced a scheme called midday meal scheme. After introduction of this scheme, the percentage of children at primary level is increased. So government should come up with some idea to fulfill the need of the children for the education. Boring and unpractical school curriculum. National education policy will going to give some push to change this thinking of boring and unpractical school curriculum, which is settled in the mind of the person. The cheap child labor are some other factors which lead to the child labor. We can say that a person is asking for 700-800 rupees per day to doing a certain works, and a child labor is doing the same work at the half rate. So cheap labor is also the reason. Business saves money as child labor is cheap. Definitely, if a businessman is paying 7,800 rupees to an adult and he is completing his work with the help of the child with the amount of 400 rupees only, then the businessman will not go for the adult. This further spurs the rise of child labor in the country. I have told you many reasons. So factories find loopholes and get around the law by declaring that child labor is distant family member is above 14 years of age. The most inhuman form of child exploitation is the age-old practice of bonded labor in India. Here children are sold to the buyer like commodity for a certain period. It is more prevalent in Odisha, Bihar and Jharkhand. Children are sold to the buyer like a commodity for a certain period of time. For example, if a businessman is asking for labor in Mumbai for his restaurant, then he can purchase a child labor from Jharkhand, West Bengal and this Bihar for a certain time, for 1 year. And for 1 year, the total amount will be paid to his parents. So it is also prevalent in India. So these are some points which I have highlighted for high propensity of child labor in India. Now, what are the initiatives taken by the government to prohibit child labor in India? What are the initiatives taken by the government? The first and most important part is Gurupad Swami Committee. In 1979, the central government formed the first statutory committee to analyze and research on the issue of child labor in India. What is the observation of this Gurupad Swami Committee? One major observation was the problem of child labor is inextricably linked to poverty. Taking into account the findings and recommendations of the committee, the Union government enacted the Child Labour Prohibition Act in 1986. So we can say that this Child Labour Prohibition Regulation Act is the come out of this committee which was formed in 1979. The next is National Policy on Child Labour 1987. It focuses more on rehabilitation of children working in hazardous occupation and process rather than on prevention. It is a come out of the National Policy on Child Labour. Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2000 and the JJ Act and amendment of the JJ Act in 2000. There are certain provisions given in this act. It includes the working child in the category of children in need of care protection without any limitation of age or type of occupation. So it is the provision given in this JJ Act 2006. The most important part of this JJ Act are the section 23 and section 26. You need not to memorize this section, but you have to get idea what this JJ Act said about the child labor. So it especially deals with the child labor under children in need of care and protection. A portal, Pencil Portal, has launched a dedicated platform to ensure effective enforcement of the child labor laws and child labor in India. Pencil platform is launched by the government. Some amendments are also done in the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act prescribes severe punishment for the people found guilty of retaining bonded labor. Some amendments stipulates rigorous imprisonment for those who force children to bag, handle or carry human waste and animal carcasses. What about the police station? Every police station in the country has a separate cell for juvenile, women and child protection. So these are some measures taken by the government to prohibit child labor in India. Next, if we come to the part of NGO, certain NGOs like Bachpan, Bachao Andolan, Care India, Child Rights and You, Global March Against Child Labor, Ride India, Childline etc. have been working to eradicate child labor in India. Another landmark step was the enactment of the Child Prohibition and Prevention Amendment Act with certain amendment which was given in 1907 Act. Initiative like Operation Smile, Operation Muskaan, to rescue and rehabilitation of the children from an unorganized sector, manufacturing units and other factories. Recently, India has ratified International Labour Organization Convention number 138, minimum age of for employment, Convention number 182, vast form of child labor. The most important work is done by the government for introducing and enacting the act that is called Right to Education Act 2009. It is mandatory for the state to ensure that all children aged between 6 to 14 years are in school and receive free education. Along with Article 21A of the Constitution, India recognizes education as a fundamental right. This constitutes timely opportunity to use education and combat child labor in India. So most of the points we have covered for this initiative taken by the government to prohibit the child labor in India. Now we comes to the question number 4. What do you understand by the child marriage? Discuss some important point feature of Child Marriage Act 2006 in India. Child marriage in India, according to the Indian law, is a marriage where either the woman is below age 18 or man below age 21. We can say that age for marriage in India is 21 and 18, 21 for men and 18 for women. So the age below this is considered as the child marriage. Child marriage has been widely prevalent practice in India for a long time. However, it has reduced in recent decades. It is prevalent in India, mostly in Rajasthan, in some part of the Gujarat, in some part of the UP, it is very prevalent. So by seeing this, government has enacted a Child Marriage Act 2006. So according to the question, we will discuss some important feature of the Child Marriage Act 2006 in India. The first point is, this act replaced the Child Marriage Restraint Act 1920, which was enacted during the British era. It defined a child to mean a male below 21 years and a female below 18 years. So we can say that age of marriage comes from this act also. Minor is defined as a person who has not attained the age of majority as per the Majority Act. The legal status of child marriage is voidable if so desired by one the parties, however, if the consent is obtained by the fraud. Deceived. If the child is enticed away from his or her lawful guardian and if the sole purpose is to use a child for trafficking and the immoral purpose, the marriage would be void. We can say that in backward area of India, some person's marriage from the girl who is below the age of 18, and they use them for human trafficking and for immoral purpose. So Child Marriage Act 2006 stop these practices of immoral and human trafficking under the name of marriage. We can say that there is also a provision for maintenance of the girl child. We can say that if a girl is married below the age of 18 years and her husband is not available with her due to some reasons, then what will happen to this girl? So there are certain provisions for the maintenance of the girl child. If her husband is major, then husband is liable to pay maintenance. In case of the husband is also minor, his parents would be liable to pay maintenance. So this is some provisions given in the Act. It envisages preventing child marriage with the punishment of rigorous imprisonment of 2 years or fine up to 1 lakh. The Act also provides for the appointment of child marriage provision officer whose duties are to prevent child marriage and spread awareness regarding the same. So there is a provision of child marriage provision officer whose duty is to prevent child marriages and to spread awareness by training, by organizing some events. So the provision of child marriage takes place in India. So these are some important provisions which I have discussed with you regarding the Child Marriage Act 2006. So friends, this was all from my side today. I will come up with more issues, more videos for RBI Grade B exam for covering descriptive part of RBI Grade B exam.